I probably shouldn't say this, but when I was not a very good high school student, as you could well imagine, and I applied to IU. And they said, yeah, you can come, but you're on double secret probation. Which meant one screw up and you're out. So I went to a little college called Vincennes University, just to get my grade average up. Because I was reading at 8th grade level at the time. I'm very proud of that. Because I had to take a reading class at Vincennes, 0 level, 8th grade, 3rd month. Well, there was no way I could get through IU, because I couldn't read. I had dyslexia, and back then, nobody talked about dyslexia. It was just like, he's stupid. So, he can't read. So anyway, I came back to go to IU after I got out of Vincennes, and that guy that looks like Santa Claus was my roommate over there, and he lived with me, and he had flunked out of Purdue and went to Vincennes, and then he graduated with honors from the Kelley School of Business. But IU has been, and Bloomington, Indiana has been my home since I lived in London for 2 years, and when I moved back, I moved here, and I knew I would never leave here because it just felt like home. It was close to, I had a lot of friends. My parents lived in Seymour, and I just felt comfortable here. And when I was in New York, I never felt comfortable. It was too many people, and there was too much trash on the streets, and it was like, oh my God, how do these people live here? So it frightened me, actually. So I always just stayed here, and I'm glad I did, because I was a very rambunctious kid, and I probably would have gotten in trouble and never made more than 2 or 3 albums if I would have gone to the big city, because I just, my ability to stop my urges from getting in trouble just didn't exist in a young John Mellencamp. It's like that old Marlon Brando line out of one of his movies. They said, hey Johnny, what are you rebelling against? And Brando's remark was, what do you got? And that's kind of how I lived back then. Anyway, I want to thank, first of all, I want to say that this is not have been possible without Pam. Pam, when I met her, it was, I just felt some sort of connection to her as a human being. And for me, that's unusual, because people that know me know it's like, yeah, don't go around John. He's kind of gripey today. Be around him. My kids are all laughing. I don't know why. Anyway, there were a lot of people who helped me through this journey, and lucky break for me, and I'm the luckiest guy. You're looking at the luckiest guy in the world. I was born with spina bifida in 1951. They didn't know how to operate on kids like that. There were 4 kids at Riley Hospital who had spina bifida, and some young doctor named Heinberger said, we can't let these kids lay here and die, and they operated on me as an experiment. This is 1951 when they operated on people with pinking shears and screwdrivers. So I lived, and the other 3 kids died. So how fucking lucky is that? I mean, you can't get any luckier than that. And my parents did a good job because I didn't even know I'd had the operation until I was 11, and some kid said, "Hey, Mellencamp, what's that big scar on the back of your neck?" Because they cut my neck from here to here. And I went home and I asked my dad, I said, "Dad, what's that scar on the back of my neck?" And he goes, "You had an operation when you were a kid, don't worry about it." That was it. So I didn't worry about it. I didn't think about it. I played football, I ran track, I fought in the streets. I mean, it never bothered me. Until I was 50 years old, I went to Riley to do some charity work up there, and I think for Peyton Manning, I'm not sure. Anyway, I went up there and they said, "Hey, we have the microfilm of your neck before they operated on it." And I go, "You do?" And he goes, you want to see it?" Guys, I should have said no. I should have said no, because it was like, are you shitting me? This is my neck? I had a bump on the back of my neck the same size as a man's fist. And I don't know how my parents stood it. They were young, 1951. Anyway, I can talk all day. But I want to thank Pam, and I want to thank Randy, and I want to thank all the people at IU who have been working with Randy. I want to thank the guys in my band. I want to thank Fat Man. I want to thank Tim. I want to, as I look through here, I see everybody. So I'm just going to say thank you very much. I'm going to play you a song, except for I'm going to pull a trick, as I always do. I'm going to have my band. If you're in my band, come up here.